Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to this August 5th, got ahead of myself, regular meeting of the Zion City Council. Today it's August 5th and it is 7 p.m. And at this present time, I'd like to have a roll call.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Present.
Commissioner Frierson?
Here.
Commissioner Fisher?
Here.
Commissioner McDowell?
Here.
Mayor McKinney?
Here, we have a quorum.
I would like to nominate Sonalito Bronson as the recording secretary for this meeting.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Fisher, second by Stackhouse. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Frierson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 3 is the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Brimner, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Please join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Brimner. Tonight, offering our prayers and thoughts is Gary Garland from Love, Inc. Good to see you.
Commissioners, let us pray. Heavenly Father, we want to acknowledge your presence and welcome you into this space. We also want to acknowledge that without your blessing, nothing is possible. We're comforted by the fact that you're both a loving God and a just God, and that you promise to hear our prayers and respond in ways which are for our good and for your glory. So tonight, Father, I ask you to bless the mayor, this council, as they seek to discern what is good for the city of Zion and its residents. Bless the first responders and all of the city's employees who seek the peace of Zion. Their work is often difficult and unappreciated. I ask for your whisper of well done to all who seek your will here. Father God, and bless all who come tonight with any petition, and let them feel heard, and let your justice reign. Most of all, Father, I pray that you reveal yourself to those whose eyes and hearts have not been opened, and let the lasting, supernatural, transformational peace, which is only possible through you, overwhelm Zion from this day forward. We ask this all in your Son's name. Amen.
Amen. And I would also ask at this time if we would take a moment of silence along with our first responders who have dealt with a serious issue on our lakefront this summer and over the last couple of years. If we offer a moment of silence for the families and the victims who have passed away on our lakefront this year. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. Item number 4, agenda changes by any of the commissioners.
I have a motion. I'd like to add item 7A, a closed session under 5 ILCS 120/2C1 for personnel and 5 ILCS 122C56 for real estate.
Is there a second? Is that by McDowell?
Second.
Okay, McDowell and an echo by Frierson. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Frierson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 5 is public hearing, the appropriation ordinance, which will be handled by Director of Finance.
Mayor and Commissioners, the attached represents the appropriation.
Yeah. So we're at this moment, Director Conaway is going to direct us as we go into a public hearing about the appropriation ordinance.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Commissioners, the attached represents the appropriation ordinance for the city's 25-26 fiscal year. The city needs to pass an appropriation ordinance annually in order to have the legal authority to spend money. The ordinance uses the city's operating budget as a guideline. There are contingency line items in the different funds within the appropriation ordinance in the case there should be an unknown or emergency situation in which additional funds must be used. The total of the appropriation ordinance is typically higher than the amount of funds that will actually be expended unless there is a major emergency. The total amount of the 2025-2026 fiscal year appropriation ordinance is $77,103,957. This ordinance has been on file and available for viewing with the city clerk. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Director Conway. And that closes the, anybody, before we close it, do any of our commissioners have any comments? Questions or comments? All right.
I have no comments at this time. No.
Okay. Beg your pardon? No, we're going to call roll later after. Yeah. All right, this closes the public hearing. And now, item number 6, we have a special presentation by Swelco. See Sir Walter Willis is in the house this evening. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Mayor McKinney, and commissioners and members of the public. My name is Walter Willis, Executive Director of Solid Waste Agency in Lynn County. I'm with Frank Pettis, with Greenwood Solutions. Frank and I are going to spend a little bit of time on an initiative that we've started, and just wanted to make sure that the council is aware of these efforts, and we do appreciate your time. In 2024, the Metro Mayors Association, which represents about 275 communities throughout the Chicago metro area, did get a US EPA grant. And the main purpose of that grant is to increase participation in recycling and to cut down on confusion and contamination of what people are putting in their recycling cart. And as part of that, Swalco did get an $83,000 sub-award. That's the money that we're using to employ Frank and also to focus in our efforts on the city of Zion, the city of Waukegan, and the city of North Chicago. And we brought Frank on. I met Frank a little less than a year ago, and he's very active in the environmental justice arena. He's from Waukegan, he's a local, and we really want to focus our education efforts more on the grassroots, getting into the churches, the schools, tabling events, et cetera. Frank's already been doing some of that. To really kind of get to people, more one-on-one to explain this. So as part of that, we're working with Waste Management, your hauler, and right now they're actually doing cart counts. They're seeing how many carts are being put out by the residents in Zion, to kind of get a baseline, if you will. And then as part of this Chicago Metro grant we did hire a marketing company. It's a $2 million grant, and we're going to do a creative rollout. We're going to have kind of a slogan and a mascot, if you will. I can't unveil that yet, but that's all going to happen in October, and then we're going to bring that to the forefront as well throughout Lake County, but also in Zion, in the Tri-Cities. And so that's going to be kind of the metro region wide, but we're doing a deeper dive into the 3 towns. And as part of that, we hope to grow participation. I know you guys went to every other week recycling, and there's a bit of confusion with that. And we've been talking to Commissioner Fisher and Dave Nabel and Bob Spano of your staff to try to zero in on where we want to go to focus some of our efforts. And Frank's going to be leading a team that's going to do what we call cart tagging. We're actually going to look in recycling carts and see if people are doing it right or wrong. If they're doing it right, we're going to give them a little tag and say, hey, good job. If not, we're going to point out what went wrong. And Frank will talk more about how we do that. But at the end of the day, this is about a 2.5-year grant, so we're going to do this in 2026. We come to a different part in 27 and see if we move the needle to increase participation and cut down on contamination and gain faith back in recycling. So with that, I'll turn it over to Frank to start the show. Here you go.
All right. Thank you, Walter, and thank you, good evening, Mayor, Council. I really appreciate you for your collaboration on this project. Really what we're fighting for is an increase in understanding of environmental stewardship, right? We want to look at this at a broad perspective, okay, letting folks know that the little things you do actually have a big impact. So we, with the research, education, and outreach program, we want to take it as an opportunity to work with young people, right, to spread awareness about why recycling is important. Already made some contacts with after-school programs to use that as a touch point and get some money into those young people's pockets to go out into their community and make a change. Walter said, working with some awesome city staff on this to make it really collaborative. We're looking to touch about 400 to 500 homes this year. But as he said, this is going to be a sustained effort, right, to increase participation and just spread more awareness about the need to do this. And also, working with local groups and calling people in the network. We have time for anything on this?
Just, we did put it in the packet just so you can understand, or we've done this before in Round Lake Beach, where we did the tagging program, and we saw the first week, we're gonna do it 4 weeks in a row. Frank's gonna be busy, and hopefully we'll get some of the youth from the area that wouldn't be able to pay for the grant, but we'll do it 4 weeks in a row, 4 collections in a row, and when we did it before, we saw carts got 40% of the carts got a tag that they were doing something wrong. Typically, they're bagging their recyclables or putting things in there that they shouldn't. We saw that cut in half to 20%. So we know that when we get direct feedback to people, that there is change in the behavior. But we are going to want a postcard sent out, Mayor, and depending on the area we pick, that it'll be something like this that'll get mailed to those 450 homes, so they know we're coming, because some people are going to be doing lifting my recycling there, by the way. So we're going to have this sent out, and it'll actually have recycling guys on the back part of it. And so that'll be the precursor, and then this is the tag, this is the sample that's in your packet that we would put on the cart so people can see. And it also has, kind of clear, if you're doing a good job, we're going to give you the kudos as well. So that's what Frank will be doing with his team.
Add, that all the materials that we're creating are designed to meet residents where they are. Right, we know that recycling rules change from municipality to municipality, from hauler to hauler. Right, so we want to take that into account, not call anybody out, right, but just going with the idea of spreading awareness and understanding about the program in this city. And then lastly, I wanted to mention this really great resource we have called Recycle Coach, right, which is, some people are on the internet, a lot of people, young people are, older folks not so much. Recycle Coach is like a central hub for all of the rules around recycling, tailored to that municipality.
So, I don't know if you have any questions, but we definitely appreciate the support of staff and the council. This is, to us, we've seen people get confused and frustrated with recycling, and I know it's every other week, we've kind of seen that, but with the grant funds we do have, we hope to work through your newsletter, and we learned about that from Dave. It's quarterly, that goes out to every resident. We'd like to get a little do's and don'ts in there, let them know what's going on, and then when we roll out the creative, we definitely want people to jump on board with that. I think that the youth are going to really like it, and we're excited about Frank. It's really trying to do this at a grassroots level and just, try to hit people with the internet or social media. We got to get out and get right in front and talk with people about this. So that's what we hope to do.
All right. Thank you. And I would say if you would leave us one of those color brochures, one of the things that we'll do, we'll put that out on our city Facebook page and all our different social media outlets to let people know what's coming. We use that as a means to communicate with our residents. I think it's a great guide.
We should be able to get that electronically. You should be able to send us images.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Well, definitely, thanks for that, Mayor.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time.
Any other questions from the council? I think it's a great program, and I was going to say, I spent some time in Houston years ago, and I know they had an independent facility in which people could drop their recycling off, and they actually drove through a building, so it didn't impact them on days there was inclement weather or hot in Houston. And they would actually separate the items out so that you wouldn't have the contamination. And I don't know if we are too small of a community for something like that to happen, but we just had our recycling day this past weekend, and there were a lot of questions from our residents about how to get rid of paint and different things. And
So we're definitely going to work on the whole Swallow suite as well, but the do's and don'ts is something we really want to get out there. It's going to be bilingual as well, and we're really excited to get this going.
Yeah.
And it's also good to hear you want to get in the school district and start educating children to take pride in their city and learning how to do recycling. So I really like that. I see it too.
Yeah, and also with, in the summer, our township has a crew, a summer township crew that I've seen the kids, actually the students the last several months or so, walking around and picking up items through the city, and I've stopped and introduced myself to thank them for that, because it's one of the things that we're always trying to do is make sure that our city looks presentable to people that drive through it, and these young kids are doing a great community service to do that and work with our township in that regard.
Those are the kind of groups we want to plug Frank into for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is Commissioner Stackhouse is a great resource because she works with the school system as well. And we have a pretty good working relationship with the schools.
All right, great.
All right.
Thank you very
Have a
much.
good meeting.
All right, thank you. Item number 7 is citizens' comments. As usual, I see some different names on here for citizen comments, so we do have a kind of a list of things to run down. Comments are limited to 3 minutes, and at the end of 3 minutes, we would ask you that you wrap your presentation up. Even though there might be some questions, we typically don't take time during the city's citizens' comments to answer the questions. But if you, bless you. But if you remain after the meeting, we will direct you to the proper department head to direct those questions to, whether it's police, fire, or building department, or public works. Mary Lou Hildebrand.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Commissioners. During the month of July, your ESSA volunteers assisted the police department with traffic for flooding in the city and at an accident at 27th and Lewis. We provided equipment for roadblocks for temporary road closures. We performed the monthly siren test and assisted the fire department with rehab for water incidents in Winthrop Harbor and at Illinois Beach. We assisted the Park District with road closure and traffic for Independence Day celebrations and fireworks. We held our monthly team meeting and did duty times for maintenance of the center and our vehicles. You can apply on the city website to become a volunteer and make a positive difference in our city. Thank you for your continued support.
All right, thank you, Mary Lou. And you, the ESDR crew, for all that you do in our communities.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, we have, I hope I'm saying this name properly, Peter Koklamanis.
You said it right on the money. Hey, Mayor, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good. For those that don't know me, my name is Peter Koklamanis. I'm the owner of GPT Enterprises LLC, an entertainment company that has been proudly operating in Zion since 2009. We're the team that's behind the seasonal event, the big seasonal event in the Chicago market, the legendary Dungeon of Doom Haunted Attraction, and also we run the Edge of Escape Room Family Complex on 629th Street, Zion, Illinois. In 2014, you guys are aware that we acquired an underutilized commercial property at that mentioned address, which was previously failed to generate consistent property tax revenue and was kind of a dud business, dud building for many years. Since then, we revitalized the property, established a consistent, successful attraction that brings thousands of guests, revenue, and entertainment value to the city of Zion each year. From the beginning of our operations, a key condition of our success, and one we understood to be supported by the city to acquire our permits, was access to ample parking for our customers. From 2014 to 2024, we were granted use of a city lot that we then took over. We maintained, invested additional dollars in aggregate grading machines over the past 11 years. However, more than a year ago, the property was reassigned for use by a city department without our notice. In early fall 2024, the city administrator, David Nabel, informed us of the transfer and assured us that we would retain access to the lot in our 2024 season. We were also promised that the city would work with us and to identify multiple parking solutions for 2025. Despite repeated outreach through meetings, personally with the mayor and the city administrator, and emails over the past 3 months, we are now less than 60 days from opening up our 2025 season and still lack any formal parking arrangements for 2025. To date, we have received no clear direction or resolution from the city. My partner, Tony, and I have always upheld our end of commitment to Zion. We have continually improved our facility, paid our taxes, and contributed to the local economy. I regret that I cannot say we've received the same consistency of support on this parking matter of late. I respectfully request this issue be prioritized and resolved within the next few city council meetings to assure long-term operational stability for both 2025 and future seasons. I further request clarification of the following 2 questions. I know you may not answer them today, but I will leave this with you, Mayor, so that we can work through this after this meeting. 1, how will the city work with us to fulfill the parking support it promised for 2025 season? 2 is, what is the status of the promised rezoning of the adjacent property that the city owns, which is critical to securing adequate parking for 2026 and beyond? I understand the challenges the city faces when balancing budgets and land use, but our success and Zion's success are interdependent. We want to continue the strong relationship and the benefits both of our businesses, the local community, and the city as a whole. I thank you for the attention to this urgent matter, and I look forward to the support and resolution.
All right, thank you. I will make one quick comment about that. Our administrator has been on medical leave, and so one of the things that we are dealing with this evening is kind of the transfer of responsibilities to be able to help until he returns. So we will deal with that. Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Mr. Brimner.
Mayor McKinney, gentle lady, honorable sirs, I stand before you this evening to bring you an article from the Fulton County Democrat newspaper dated 23rd July of this year, showing what the Lewistown City Council debates in their meetings. I do not bring this to mock the Lewistown City Council. It is a rural community that has its own problems, but to show the difference between the activities of you folk here, the appropriations, taxes and so on. In Lewiston, they're addressing electric and slow vehicles, mini bikes, ATVs are called side-by-sides down there, with a 2cc engine in the thing, which according to state law apparently is not considered a motorized vehicle. I bring this in for your information and your elucidation to show you how the rural communities in the state, the things, their problems that they have. Have I permission to proceed?
Permission granted. And I appreciate the articles that you give us. They're always very informational for us. So thank you, Mr. Brimner.
I thank you for your time, your courtesy, and your attention to this matter. I request permission to stand down, sir.
Permission granted. Thank you. Armando Alexander?
I think I was just signing in the city. I must have signed the wrong thing.
Oh, okay, okay. No, so no comments, okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right, with that, citizens' comments are closed, and we have item number 7.
7A,
7A.
closed session.
Is there a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
We have a motion to go into closed session by Commissioner Fisher and a second by Commissioner Stackhouse. This matter will take about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes for us to discuss something that is on the agenda in which we have to vote for later. So if you'll bear with us. We have a motion to go into first and a second. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye. Motion carries.
And Madam Clerk, or Madam Recording Secretary, could we ensure that the reasons, as were stated previously
On the agenda.
on the agenda changes with regards to personnel and the acquisition of real property and the setting of a price for sale of this, for real property, and so cited by the Commissioner, are the reasons that we're going into closed session?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back with you in a minute. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Sorry, man. So we don't need to come out with a motion. All right. Is there a motion to continue with our regular meeting of August 5th?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Frierson, second by McDowell. Item number 8 is... Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Present.
Commissioner Fryerson?
No.
Aye.
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 Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye. Motion carries. I think Commissioner Stackhouse meant aye.
Oh, aye.
Yeah. Bad direction for me. Motion carries, and we move on to item 8, which is the consent agenda.
Approval of minutes, a regular meeting held on July 17th, 2025 at 7 p.m.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by McDowell, second by Stackhouse. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye. Motion carries 5-0.
Item 8B, bills, vouchers 149659 through 149745, drawn on Huntington National Bank N.A., total $1,591,918.73.
Is there a motion to approve the bills?
I'll move to approve the bills.
Motion by Fisher,
Second.
second by Stackhouse. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 8C, is there a motion to approve the proclamations for Thomas Fortner, who was one of our local businessmen here that's had a jewelry shop in downtown Zion for years. He passed away, and we were gracious enough as a council to recognize his contributions to the community and provide a proclamation for his family for all that they've done, not only from a business standpoint, but from a personal standpoint within the city. So is there a motion to approve the proclamation for Thomas Fortner?
So moved.
Motion-
Second.
Motion by Stackhouse and second by Fisher. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye, motion carries 5-0, and may Tom rest in peace. Item number 9, consider passing ordinance as follows. 9A, making appropriations for the city of Zion for fiscal year beginning May 2025 and ending April 30th, 2026 per Director Conway.
Thank you very much, Mayor, Commissioners. I recommend approval of the appropriation ordinance for the city's 25-26 fiscal year in the amount of $77,103,957. Thank you.
Is there a motion
I'll make that motion to approve the appropriations for fiscal year 25-26.
Motion by Fisher,
Second.
second by McDowell, echoed by Stackhouse. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye, motion carries 5-0. Item number 9B, implementing a municipal grocery retailer's occupation tax and municipal grocery service occupation tax per city attorney, James Pacelli.
Mr. Chair, ladies and gentlemen, lady and gentlemen of the board. This tax is, if you recall, in late 2023, I believe, Governor J.B. Pritzker proposed a change in legislature which was adopted and turned into law that removed a grocery tax. After some permutations, that became the option for municipalities to adopt a grocery tax that we are paying now. So the adoption of paying it now to ensure that the revenue stream that came in from this grocery tax is not lost by municipalities. That is, whether it's a home rule unit or a non-home rule unit as ourselves. I don't know, and I should have asked the finance director, and I will not put her on the spot, about how much money would mean lost if we did not pay this, but I assume that is a substantial sum. It is paid for by the buyers, so this tax is not necessarily on those residents of Zion, but those people who do shop in Zion, and there are some people who do not live here and shop here. This is also an offset to real property taxes. So those sales taxes that we collect and apply towards our bills are those things that allow us to try to keep, or at least attempt to keep, and work to keep our property taxes lower. Again, this is a tax that we are paying now. So if you went to Jewel right now and you paid for groceries, you would be paying this tax. And all we're asking through the passage of this ordinance, lady and gentlemen of the board, is to keep that revenue stream in place so we don't have to look at additional cuts for services or anything like that because of the actions of Springfield rather than our own.
All right, is there a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Motion by Frierson and second by
Second by
Commissioner Fisher. Any questions or comments?
I would just say that, just echoing what the city attorney said, it would be a substantial hit to our finances to lose this, and it is, I believe, it is only 1%.
It's 1%.
It's a 1% tax that already exists. We are just extending it because we do need the revenue.
And I can tell you that last year, members of the Lake County Municipal League, which I am now the president of the Lake County Municipal League for the mayors, we went down and spent some time in Springfield with Governor Pritzker and asked him to keep this responsibility on the shoulders of state government instead of making local officials have to pass this legislation. And there were probably about 15 of us in the room, and it was a hard no from Governor Pritzker. And while I have supported things that he's done in this state, this is one of the things that I think from a political standpoint, it puts a lot of pressure on local officials because people really don't understand the impact of what it means if we lost that revenue, but also the perception that people are thinking that we're hitting them with another tax. In any event, we have a motion and a second. Any other questions from our commissioners about this? No, I've said it all.
No.
All right. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye, motion carries 5-0. Item number 9C is authorizing and approving the purchase of essential equipment and services, Motorola radios and Starcom programming per Chief Street.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. I'm requesting approval of the attached sales quote for the purchase of Motorola radios and Starcom programming needs in the amount of $65,128.86. These radios would be for ESDA and Zion Public Works use and would replace the current VHF radio systems that have become unreliable over recent years. One of the biggest advantages of moving ESDA and Public Works to the Starcom system is that the system does not require us to maintain and upgrade our own communications infrastructure, such as antennas, repeaters, etc. And the ESDA and EW frequencies would not interfere with police and fire communication. In the memo, it says since the networks are different, it is the same Starcom 21 network, but the frequencies are different, and they would not interfere with police and fire. Zion has E911 funds available from our ETSB, and that is what would pay for this radio upgrade. Similar to police and fire, ESDA and Public Works will need to budget a small amount for monthly user fees to be part of the Starcom network. I will work with the appropriate department heads on these details. Finally, I also request that City Council waive the bid process and recognize this as a single source vendor of the specialized radio/technology equipment. Thank you.
All right, is there a motion to authorize and approve the purchase of the essential equipment?
So moved.
Motion by McDowell,
Second.
second by Stackhouse. Questions or comments from the council? Just one question, Chief Street. How often does this technology change? You mentioned the change from the VHF.
Not often now that it's on the Starcom system. It's a very robust, solid, and consistent network. I happen to have my radio expert, Deputy Chief Eric, right here, if he's got anything else to add on this.
The Starcom 21 system has been around for a little while now. A lot of the municipalities all throughout the state are moving to this system. Fire here in Zion is going to be moving to that system in conjunction with the Lake Town move for us later this summer. The best part is the lack of having to maintain our own infrastructure. So over the years, I've helped coordinate antenna towers and antennas in the VHF system, which also has limited range. With this system, you could essentially talk from a handheld radio to another handheld radio in Carbondale, Illinois, and they will have the built-in templates for other public works agencies and other ESDA-type agencies. So in the event there was some disaster where we sent some public works to help another community further away in the state, they would be able to jump onto a talk group and communicate with them almost in a mutual aid type situation, just like police and fire. So this is the direction that the majority of the state is going to now. Not that VHF is going away. It's still a fine system, but it's just very limited to local ranges. This is just built in for better interoperability.
All right, thank you, Battalion Chief Troy. Any other questions? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye, motion carries 5-0. Item number 9D, authorizing and approving an agreement with Express Services, Inc. to provide accounting services to the City of Zion per Director Conway.
Thank you. Again, Mayor, Commissioners. Approval of the attached contract from Express Employment Professionals will allow us to get help filling the senior accountant position. This role has been vacant since April of 2024, and we need help finding a qualified candidate. I recommend approval of the attached agreement.
All right, is there a motion to authorize and approve the agreement with Express Services?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Fisher, second by Stackhouse. Any questions or comments from our council?
Yeah, Director Conway, have you worked with this service before and seen the viability of their candidates?
We have, as we looked into a few companies as we were trying to pursue this avenue because we are not getting qualified candidates. And they actually this company sent us, here's a couple we have right now that are available. And then we were given resumes, information, background information. And they were very upfront and honest about who they had available in comparison to the other companies we looked at. And that is why we had a good feeling. So we are willing to try to work with them to resolve the staff shortage.
Will you still be going through any sort of interviewing process, or?
We will. They will be phone screened by HR. If she feels they're still viable, there will be an in-person meeting before we sign to a contract to utilize them here at the city.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, any other additional questions? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye, motion carries 5-0. Item number 9E, is there a motion to create the office of Director of Economic Development
So
for
moved.
the city of Zion.
Second.
Motion by Frierson, second by Stackhouse. Any questions or comments from the commissioners? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye. Item number 9F, is there a motion to create the office of Deputy Administrator for the city of Zion?
I'll move.
Motion by Fisher and second by Stackhouse. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye, motion carries. Item number 10, discussion, authorization, and approval. Is there a motion to consider the appointment of Economic Development Director Sonalito Brosnan for the city of Zion?
So moved.
Motion by Frierson,
Second.
second by Stackhouse. Questions or comments? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye, motion carries 5-0. Congratulations. A nice round of our support from one of our employees that has been here 20 years and worked faithfully behind the scenes to make so many positive changes within our city. As the council and I have discussed this over the course of the last several weeks, this is long overdue. Long overdue and well-deserved, and apologies for the delay in this happening. And as the mayor, the CEO of the city, I take full responsibility for that, and really just thank you for your patience and your dedication to the city of Zion. Am I gonna make you teary-eyed over that? Item number B, is there a motion to consider the appointment of Deputy City Administrator, Police Chief Eric Barton?
Second.
Motion by Stackhouse, second by Fisher. Questions or comments from our council? Everybody got the
You got
cat's
a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
You got work to do.
Thank you.
I thought the cat had everybody's tongue there for a minute. Another one of our employees that has worked hard over the last 20 years, and since we've installed him as the police chief, great things have happened in our city from a safety standpoint, from the technology. I knew several years ago, Chief Barton was a lieutenant at the time, and I had interviewed him about the chief spot, and sat with him for 2 hours. He didn't even know that I was interviewing him for the police chief job. And during that process, I was impressed that he came to the meeting with a couple of notepads full of ideas of how he was going to change the police department and do things to help make our city safer for our residents. It's included technology that maybe some of us don't even know about. He's been in training for the last year or so with our city administrator, Dave Nabel, to learn the role as the deputy administrator. And what people don't know about Chief Barton, he is the true Renaissance man. There's nothing that this guy can't do. If you want a car rebuilt, he can do it. If you want a house rebuilt, I'm still waiting for some of those rebuilding projects at my house. But he's also has great business acumen because he has businesses of owning apartment buildings. And the thoroughness of what we are doing now is going to improve the communications between all of our department heads and the commissioners. In addition to that, while our city administrator is on medical leave right now, the one thing that it will do, it will make sure that our operations continue to operate efficiently and effectively, but also to augment him with help in the areas in which we've all talked about as commissioners, in which he needs help, to take some of the load that he has carried as the city administrator off of his shoulders. And I said this to him in a phone call, what he's done to help us get the city in great financial shape after what we've been through. We all appreciate it. But we also know that he's taken on so much that we've all tried to and wanted to help him with. And now with these moves, with the addition of this staff of people that have worked here and understand the city, it will help make his job, if there's such thing, of making it easier, but he's got the support. And that's how we continue to make people successful here, by giving them the support that they need to do their jobs properly. So Chief Barton, congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor.
Do we have a roll call? Huh? We still have to do a roll call. Oops, sorry, Chief.
Still, congratulations.
Yeah. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye, motion carries. And I just want to thank the council for their support and all the discussions that we've had during this time of everything that we're doing. Again, I always say this, when there's things that go bad in the city, I get a lot of calls, and I take the responsibility. When things go good, I also get the kudos for it, but I couldn't do it without these people sitting around me, and I've told them that every time I talk to them, as well as our departmental heads who carry out the work of the cities of our residents of our city. So thank you all for your support. Item number 10 is departmental commentary. Director Ianson.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just want to thank everybody. We had a very successful cleanup day this past Saturday. Mayor, commissioners, and staff that came out, and residents that took advantage of it. Very successful. We filled 10 dumpsters and cleaned up some of the neighborhoods. So thank you.
Yeah, it was great. The turnout was good. The weather was perfect. It wasn't sweltering as it's been in the past. And I've just got to ask one question. I asked Commissioner Fisher that. Where do our residents store all these tires that came into those bins? We could start a Goodyear tire company right here.
You're pulling them on somewhere.
But it was a nice event again, and one of the things that Director Ianson was talking about, and Bob Serrano, our lead inspector, is that one of the things that we've seen since we've implemented this cleanup day, I think it's been the last 5 or 6 years.
It's been like 7 or 8 years.
7 or 8 years. How time flies when you're having fun. Is that our alleyways have been much more cleaner. There's less dumping and garbage in the alleyways now, so there wasn't as much cleanup. So thank you for taking the suggestion years ago and bringing this very important day back to the city. Director Ransom.
I have 2 quick comments. Just a quick reminder, the resurfacing of Galilee from 21st Street to 33rd began yesterday. So give construction workers a head up. There will be people in the street working and moving, so give them a break and respect the work there. Also, the long-anticipated 20th Street Storm Project Phase 1 did begin on time on July 28th with the clearing of a path through the Beulah Park area to get down to the creek. And also, they did the first water hookup on the 30th. So that project is underway on time as we speak.
All right, and that 20th Street project, we've been working on this for at least the past 6 years. And what's happened over there, we just haven't had the sufficient infrastructure to be able to take water. So there's been flooding in those neighborhoods. And when I first took over as mayor 6 years ago, of course, a lot of the residents wondered if we cared about that area. And of course, we were working on getting state funding, which we have. And of course, it's taken some time for that money to actually get here with some of the projects. But it's a great project, the first phase of it, and it certainly helps the residents that are living in that area. So when our residents talk to us about something, although it might take some time as government moves slowly, we are working on and listening to your concerns. Also, as he talked about the 33rd Street, the Galilee project being redone, also notice that we've been working with the county for the last several years about getting the bike path, the Robert McCloy bike path, paved, and that is underway as well. And I lived in that area, 31st and Gilead. My family's been there since 1962, and I walk my dog and ride my bike along that bike trail regularly. So it's nice to see that that is being done. Chief Barton and I have also reached out to the county and ComEd and talked to them about the possibility of getting some lights in that area as well as some security mechanisms there because there was several years ago, there were a couple of incidents that happened on the bike path, but we continue to work with our county officials and ComEd maybe to get some lights out in that area. Chief Street.
Good evening again, Mayor and Commissioners. For my department of commentary tonight, since we still have about a month left of our summer swimming season, and since we still continue to tragically lose people on the state park properties that we help protect, I'd like to just read an informational statement for the record. On June 23rd, 2025, fire chiefs of Beach Park, Winthrop Harbor, and Zion held a joint media briefing to express serious safety concerns regarding the north and south units of the Illinois Beach State Park. We outlined that our local fire and emergency departments are not adequately staffed or equipped to handle the increasing number of lakefront emergencies. Data confirms the rising trend in incidents along this portion of Lake Michigan over the last 2 years. Yet our ability to respond effectively remains limited. Our concerns were covered by all Chicagoland news outlets and gained the attention of the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, the IDNR. While we maintain a positive working relationship with local DNR officers, they are responsible for patrolling multiple counties and face significant staffing shortages. In a virtual meeting with multiple IDNR leaders, our concerns about Lake Michigan's hazards and the critical need for improved emergency preparedness were acknowledged. However, IDNR leadership clearly communicated that there is no existing budget nor any current plans to assist individual municipalities or fire protection districts with emergency response boats or additional lakefront staffing during the swimming season. To their credit, our local legislators have been attempting to assist. State Representative Joyce Mason successfully secured an appropriation in the fiscal year 25 state budget, which was part of Senate Bill 2510 and Public Act 104-0003, that could potentially support non-capital needs such as water rescue equipment and personnel training for lakefront operations. Unfortunately, despite her continued and persistent outreach, the state of Illinois has yet to provide direction on accessing these funds. State Senator Mary Edley Allen has also been attempting to work with the governor's office to find funding for a boat. This has been unsuccessful thus far, though. Despite these many challenges, we remain committed to doing everything within our means to protect our residents and visitors. We have used local funding to train rescue swimmers, and our departments have jointly purchased 2 personal watercraft, also known as wave runners, to enable faster response to these water emergencies. We have also invested significant time in joint training exercises across our departments to ensure coordination and preparedness. When personnel availability permits, we do assign crews to the lakefront to maintain a visible presence and enable rapid response to incidents at the beach or in the water. We do not feel it is sustainable or appropriate for our local taxpayers to bear the financial burden of safeguarding one of Illinois' most visited natural resources and assets. The Illinois Beach State Park spans 6 miles from the Wisconsin state line southward and attracts crowds from all across the nation. Ensuring the safety of this state-managed shoreline must be a shared responsibility, supported with the appropriate resources and funding from the state level. We want to enclose by ensuring those recently lost on our lakefront are not forgotten. These include Sisha Ketchum, age 15, from Zion, and that was in July of last year. Oxith Reddy Bandra, age 26, from New York, July of last year. Luis Espinoza Contreras, age 20, from Waukegan, that was June of 2025. And most recently, Kyle Williams, age 14, from Milwaukee, this past July. Respectfully submitted on behalf of Chief Thomas Stahl from the Beach Park Fire Department, Chief Rocco Campanella from the Winthrop Harbor Fire Department, and myself, Justin Street, from the Zion Fire and Rescue Department. I appreciate you listening.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief, for that informational release. And again, just for those that don't know how closely our state senator and our state rep, Mary Edley Allen and Joyce Mason, have worked with us to secure funds on so many things to help our city. They have been terrific stewards for our city. One of the things that we've talked about too as a staff with Winthrop Harbor, Beach Park, and Zion is putting up signs too for people just to understand the dangers of water. I'm not a strong swimmer. I've always respected the water, but when you go down to the lake, you can't turn your back on a body of water. That's one of the things I learned long ago. And if you're not a strong swimmer, keep yourself equipped. I wouldn't have any shame of going down there with water wings on if I go down there. But again, Chief Street, you mentioned something that's crucial. One of our most visited resources in the state, Illinois State Park, the third highest tourist attraction behind the Bean in Six Flags. So we get a lot of people here, and it's important that we continue to monitor the safety for our residents and for our visitors that come through here. Thank you for your efforts and from the surrounding fire departments. Chief Barton.
Mayor, I don't have anything nearly as important as that, but I will remind our community that school is about to start up again. So please be aware of school buses. School bus routes are often changing year to year, and not always do they know, the bus drivers not always know exactly where to stop until they get into the school season. So that said, please be on alert. Also be aware of the young kiddos that are walking to school. We do have a number of those young folks in our community that walk to schools that are nearby their homes. Additionally, please be careful as our construction season is still upon us, and Director Ransom mentioned the 21st to 31st Galilee corridor is under resurfacing, and that will undoubtedly create some dust and maybe some different traffic patterns. Please be aware of that, and don't be in a hurry to get there. Just be safe.
All right, thanks, Chief Barton. Director Conway.
I have nothing. Money in, money out.
Okay, thank you. I know a lot of our discussions, I know she says that at a lot of meetings, but we have a lot of discussions, the commissioners, our city administrator, about finances in the city, and we've gone from a city that's been in the red to one that's in the black, and that happens with qualified people working and being mindful of the challenges that we have. And now that we have a new department head, we wonder if she has any comments for us from economic development standpoint. Sonalita Bronson. Or
Thank you, Mayor.
you can pass until the next council meeting if you like, but
Next council meeting, I will be very prepared, but I just wanted to take a moment just to thank the council for your trust in me, and I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Well deserved. Absolutely. All right, we move on to item number 11, which is announcements at August 8th at 2 p.m. The Coalition for Healthy Communities for our youth golf outing. And Commissioner Frierson is going to talk a little bit more about that, about the Coalition for Healthy Communities annual golf outing, which is...
Sure. So this is one of our annual fundraisers that we do for the youth in our community. It's held at Shepherd's Crook. It used to be at Shiloh. We kind of changed up the format several years ago to have higher engagement with the students and let them kind of come in and eat together with the adults that are out there golfing, so they can take advantage of, mentorship and learning what some of the other folks in the community do. And so it's been a really successful event. We've liked the way that it's grown and the additional participation that we've had from the students that come out for that event. It is a scramble, so you don't have to be an excellent golfer to participate. We do 9 holes instead of 18, so again, it's just a great afternoon. Knock on wood for great weather. Happens in about maybe 3 or 4 hours. So starts at 2 p.m. For the shotgun, and then there is a steak and shrimp luncheon or dinner afterwards. So see me if you would like to participate or donate. And like I said, this is one of our annual events. Every second Friday in August, we do that out there. So.
And it gives our youth an opportunity to talk with, as Commissioner Frierson said, some of the leaders in the community, the adults in the community, even about potential opportunities about what their career path might be. That we can, most of us, all of us, know someone that can direct them, or at least get an informational chat with about what they're interested in. And one of the things that I found growing up as I've looked at my career in the past, I can't complain about what I've done and what I've accomplished, but one of the things I wish I would have been exposed to is one of my passions now was renovating, home building, and wish I would have had that exposure to that kind of trade when I was growing up to have made different decisions about what I wanted to do with my life. And now coming back to this community, one of the things that we all try to do is talk with our youth about their futures and ask them what they want to do, and then try to put them in touch with the appropriate people that can help them. And we've had a great advocate for that in Chris Kubik over at the school, that he brings a lot of different people in outside of the community that can talk to the kids about things that maybe they haven't even thought about. And I think that's the key for kids or anybody having success at anything, is exposure. If you get exposed to something that you don't know about, it's an educational experience, and that's how we all get better. So
And
thank you for your continued effort.
To that point, I will add, with the Coalition for Healthy Communities, one of our task forces is the Zion Benton Leadership Academy. So there's an adult version, but there's also a junior version that serves 8th through 12th grade. That happens, right now we've been running that program once a year. It's every Saturday in February. But what it allows is for 8th to 12th graders to come together for those 4 weeks. There's a graduation afterwards, the immediate Saturday following. But they get a chance to learn leadership qualities. They get some mentors that come in, expose them to finances. They get to usually sit through a mock trial for teen court. So again, from that 8th to 12th grade year, it's just a lot of good exposure for leadership qualities and opportunities that they can grow and develop. We've also had several students come back as student mentors as well. So that's been a nice evolution as part of that process as well, for students to come back and kind of peer coach some of the younger ones as they go through. So.
All right, so I've been out of order a little bit here this evening since we're on departmental commentary.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
All right.
I was going to let it fly, but I did want to thank Director Ianson for the cleanup days, like the mayor mentioned. That's been a really successful event. We've talked about potentially doing one in the spring and the fall, but so far that one has been really great. So thank you for all of the effort around that and keeping it going. I wanted to say thank you to Director Ransom for stepping into that director role and making sure that things are still going off without a hitch, and that those projects that were on the books are still scheduled and moving forward. So thank you for that. I know that that's not an easy feat. To Chief Street, again, thank you for your initiative and your collaboration with the lack of resources that we've had down there at the lakefront. So I know we've talked about that, you know, on and off for a little while. So again, thank you for that coordination and collaboration. Chief Barden, congratulations. It's been a pleasure working with you. Like the mayor mentioned, very strong leadership skills, and I look forward to what we can do with you stepping into this role while Administrator Nabel is out on medical leave.
Thank you.
And to our new Director Bronson, thank you so much. I've had a pleasure working with you. Congratulations. And also just your passion, your loyalty, and your dedication to the city of Zion, to the role of economic development. And I'm looking forward to what we can do with freeing your hands a little bit with this new director position. So congratulations.
All right. Commissioner Stackhouse?
I don't have any. I just want to say hello to everyone, and thank you for coming out to visit tonight. Enjoy your evening.
Commissioner Fisher?
I think Commissioner Frierson covered just about everything. So
Everybody's already said everything that I'd like to say.
I'll just extend
so-
my congratulations to our new Deputy City Administrator and our new Director of Economic Development. And I'm sure Chief Barton is looking forward to my emails. So
Yeah,
I think that finishes it for today.
All right. My one quick departmental commentary is thanking everyone again for the tremendous job they do within the city. But Director Bronson, I told you, you were the one of the people that was responsible for talking me into this role. My first trip as a city commissioner was out to one of the retail conferences with Director Bronson and City Administrator David Nabel, and at that time, I was 95% sure that I would not run for mayor. And after spending almost 5 days with them, I knew that I was going to put my hat in the ring and run for mayor, and I haven't regretted one day of it. And again, it's given me the opportunity to work with some tremendous people that continue to educate me, but to support what we're trying to do to make our city just a great place to work, live, and play. So, again, that's it. So back to announcements. We had August 8th with the Coalition for Healthy Communities for our youth golf outing, which has been explained, and that's on the City of Zion website as well as on the Park District website. August 16th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. we have the Zinnia and Monarch Festival
Mr. Mayor?
and Bees
It's
too.
the 16th and 17th,
It's the 16th and 17th.
from 1 to 5, and on the morning of the 16th at 8:30 is the 5K run.
Aha, thank you. And that's a $500 fine for interrupting me, Mary Lou. You can give me that funny money like you did last time. Last time I fined her, she gave me some Monopoly money. But again, the Zinnia Monarch Festival and Bees too is August 16th and the 17th at the Zion Park District Band Shell. And you said the 17th is the
16th is the 5K run at 8:30 in the morning, and there's a kids run with it too,
16th is the 5K run or walk,
or walk.
which is what I'm going to. I asked him, could I ride my bike and see if that counts? So thank you for that additional information.
You're welcome.
Mary Lou is my source of
Interruption.
correction, not corruption, but correction. Thank you very much. And then on August 19th at 6 p.m., there's a Zion Township Board meeting, followed at 7 p.m. by a Zion City Council meeting. With that, we have item number 12. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by Frierson. Second by Stackhouse. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Stackhouse? Aye. Commissioner Fryerson?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner McDowell?
Aye.
Mayor McKinney?
Aye. Thank you all for coming. Drive safely.